Other interesting political news, you have Michael Cohen stole money from Trump as the case continues to fall apart with a little speech from Kash Patel. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Benny Johnson over at X Twitter. And Benny Johnson says, quote, Kash Patel, Michael Cohen admitted on the witness stand to 6 different felonies. And I was going to say, in terms of marketing, these gentlemen, I don't say A+, but they certainly do deserve a little respect. They, of course, like all gentlemen, they all did suit up. In this case, they all have matching, well, they're not exactly the same tie, but many of them have the same red tie, blue coat, and white shirt. At least they did a little good fashion marketing. Now, without too much further ado, his voice is probably a lot better than mine. Again, this is Kash Patel at a press conference. It looks like this is Forbes.
Thank you, General. My name is Kash Patel, former National Security Prosecutor, former public defender, and I'm here to tell you, after 6 weeks of unconstitutional trial, we have finally found a crime. Michael Cohen admitted on the witness stand just this morning to 6 different felonies of stealing Donald Trump's money. After 6 weeks of trial, we finally have a crime. We also have a victim. That victim is Donald J. Trump. Michael Cohen admitted under oath to structuring transactions illegally and stealing tens of thousands of dollars from Donald Trump. What's even worse from a constitutional perspective is that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York knew about Cohen's crimes for 6 years. The Department of Justice with Merrick Garland and Joe Biden knew about Michael Cohen's crimes. The District Attorney Alvin Bragg and his Fantasy Island knew about Michael Cohen's crimes, and he has been charged with 0 of those felonies. The core case of this unconstitutional circus is the biggest felon in the U.S. history, and Michael Cohen is their star witness. It is a total bastardization of due process. I am honored to be here in support of Donald J. Trump. He is being victimized, but we as a country are being victimized even more by the unconstitutional weaponization of justice and the two-tier system of justice that is on full display. I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to be followed by New York's greatest police commissioner, Bernie Kerik.
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, it's fascinating to see the discrepancy in terms of peaceful protesting and people on the left versus people on the right when it comes to drowning out conversation and discussion. Can't help but see this trend, but yeah, when trying to disable someone's speech like this, or just making loud, obnoxious noises, that'll let you an a-hole, obviously. Also, I don't consider you American because you don't believe in free speech. Again, let the conversations be had, let the best ideas brew to the surface. Yet, more often than not, these people who are mentally probably the same as a child, they always want to drown out the conversation. They want to drown out any opposition. The same people who promulgate how speech is bad. We have to ban it. We have to ban it. Mentally vacuous to the least. Now, Pre-Vol got 572,000 views and 36,000 likes. And yeah, fascinating how Michael Cohen his case is coming apart and more the mask is falling, so to say. Now, one of the first comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, Michael Cohen will be prosecuted for nothing. He's bought and paid for by the establishment. Sadly, the establishment uses our tax dollars for this, getting 267 likes. Laura says this was to prevent Trump from being on the campaign trail, getting 126 likes, which, yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Can't help but think, well, why didn't they bring the charges against Trump 3 to 4 years ago? I mean, this sounds like political interference to me. It sounds like election interference now that I think about it. I mean, now that I say it out loud, right? I mean, they're making it so Trump is tied up both financially as well as physically. He has to be in those courtrooms. He has to spend those money on those lawyers. It's not cheap. Philip Anderson says, how the F is this allowed? What kind of BS trial is this? The end of the rigged trial now getting 411 likes. Charity Ziegler says, good for Kash to speak louder than the idiots with whistles, banging sounds from the 2 source-paid objectors, getting 168 likes. Tacit Press says someone is going to jail and it ain't Trump, getting 284 likes. Now, that being said, based on political affiliation, a lot of people just completely obfuscate going to jail at all. They might be able to give Michael Cohen like a $5 fine. Maybe that much will happen. Audi says 6 crimes committed by Cohen, and I still don't see what crime Trump has committed, getting 162 likes. For is a charm. Says, so Soros has creeps out there trying to drown out Trump supporters, getting 240 likes. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, lock the MF for up, getting 276 likes. Salty Goat says, cash for AG, getting 201 likes. General TM says, arrest Michael Cohen and throw away the keys before he commits suicide, unquote, getting 86 likes. Roy D says, Cohen is the not on trial con man. Wait a minute. It's a contrarian statement. Finally found one. I thought it was going to be all the same. Now, Roy D says, quote, Cohen is not on trial. Not on trial, con man, criminal, Trump is. That just sounds grammatically awkward and incorrect, doesn't it? There's not even a comma in there anywhere. Oh. Shouldn't there be a comma after con man? It also sounds awkward when you have the two words that start with C right next to it. But I partially digress. Granted, mentally vacuous, but again, 30 people did like that. And what, he's ratioed though? No, he was not ratioed. People responded, one of the first responses being God bless the 8, saying if Trump was guilty of anything, he would have been prosecuted long ago, but they say there's nothing there, so no one can name the crime. Those who think it is okay, wait till it's your turn. Getting 2 likes. Spaceman Cowboy says, Judge Merkin, you should stand before a jury of your peers for the treason you've allowed. You have broken your vow and threw the Constitution in the trash. Getting 26 likes, which unfortunately describes a lot of politicians left and right as well. So the judges can't but think if you can't recite the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or have any acumen at all when it comes to those documents, there should be like a pop quiz every couple of weeks, or shoot, every other day. If you're a politician, you should have a pop quiz on Bill of Rights, the Constitution, really anything written by the founding fathers. And if you get below, let's say, what is the failing grade in high school or college? What was that, 60%? If you get below 60%, you get kicked out immediately. And so and then we have another election for that position, then we go up for them. If they get a C minus, maybe the pay only goes down by 10%. No, let's make that 30%. Oh, across the board, if I was in charge, we'd slash a lot of salaries when it comes to public officials. But nevertheless, you see what I'm saying. Sally says Cohen must have made a deal for all these felonies. In return, he had to testify against Trump. Welcome to justice system in America. Getting 46 likes. See. News Nomad says, quote, he has problems. And News Nomad says, quote, Michael Cohen breaking attorney-client privilege. Alvin Bragg's political prosecution fulfilling campaign promise. Yeah, 48 likes. Maitha says Cohen should be charged immediately. He's an overt scumbag, getting 35 likes. He should. Will he? Like, what are the Las Vegas odds on Michael Cohen having any ramifications or any trial or any charges? I want to say it's never 0%, of course. But I'll say it's 0.00000001725%. Ballpark, give or take, that Michael Cohen actually has any charges against him and actually has a day in court. But can't help but think, as we learn more and more about these trials, they come more and more sunlight comes to the forefront. Just makes Trump look better and better as the charges seemingly drop away and don't even show up in some cases. So I can't but think this is actually going to continue to help Trump. Obviously, it's disgusting and morally vacuous that a lot of these charges are, again, double standards. They're only granted to Trump, not any other politicians. And it's taking his time, energy, and resources. And again, he's limiting his ability to campaign. Viscerally disgusting, to say the least. Again, if you turned on the show for, it's almost been about a year now, we brought a lot of other similar situations. We had Hillary Clinton. Remember when she had an on-prem means she has a physical email server in her house or place of business, and she just deleted 30,000 emails using a specific software, where the software's only intention is to delete the emails. And she had her employees, her staff, smash the phones to, again, hide more data. Now, at the time, the prosecutor, the DOJ, said they would not prosecute her because they did not want to make it look like it was election interference. They thought it would be bad for the American public, so they just showed, we're not going to prosecute her. She had illegally held emails or against policy, again, and yet no negative ramifications for her at all. Yeah, Biden. He also, like Trump, had classified documents improperly stored. What happened to Biden? Well, the U.S. government deemed that he was not mentally fit to stand trial, so no negative ramifications. For Trump, holding documents illegally or classified documents improperly, the Biden-owned DOJ, which again, the DOJ is supposed to be, apolitical. It's not, but the DOJ authorized the use of deadly force for the FBI to go raid Trump's home for the same exact crime. I can't conceive anyone. Again, I have friends who are left, I have friends in the middle, I have friends on the right, right? I have a couple libertarians, which I'd say most of my policies are, but as well as this is where that doesn't seem equal. It doesn't seem like the law is being equally applied. Again, let me know. Do you think are more and more people starting to awaken to this fact? And do you think a lot of people just have, they're already locked in, they love Trump, they hate Trump, they're not changing their mind? Same thing when it comes to the perception of Biden, they're going to vote for him no matter what. But let me know in the comments. As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.